Look at this. That's not a regular idli. Watch this instead. Watch this. So soft it can't even hold its own shape. This is Bidadi Thatte Idli. The idli people specifically stops for on the highway between Bangalore and Mysore. Today, Amma recreates that exact softness, the rice, the secret ingredient, and the plate steaming technique that makes this completely different from the idli you've been made your whole life. Stay with me. Namaskara. This recipe wasn't guessed at from a video. We sat down with a chef who has been making Thatte Idli at one of these highway stops for over 60 years, and he handed this technique over himself.
Every secret in this video comes directly from that kitchen. Let's begin. Welcome to Deepak's kitchen. New video every Tuesday and Friday at 11 am. Come, let's cook.
Here everything you need. Take a screenshot if you want. The rice selection. The most important decision in this entire recipe happens before you even start cooking. The rice. Look at this. Salem boiled rice. This is exactly what the hotels and the highway stalls use. Look at that grain. Short, round, plump. This specific shape and texture is what gives Thatte Idli its particular soft bite. 3 cups of this rice. Use any cup you have at home. The exact size doesn't matter as long as you keep the ratio consistent. For every 3 cups of rice, 1 cup of good quality urad dal. Look at this urad dal in my hand. This ratio, 3 parts rice, 1 part urad dal, is the foundation.
Now if you can't find Salem boiled rice near you, don't worry. IR8 rice, any standard idli rice will all work. Salem boiled rice gives you the closest result to the original, but it is not the only option.
The secret softening ingredient. Now the ingredient that actually makes this idli soft and fluffy. The way Bidadi is famous for. Exactly half a cup of sabudana or sago. Look at this. You can use poha instead if you prefer, but never both together. One or the other, never both. This is the ingredient that separates Thatte Idli from the regular idli batter. Now the sago goes in with the rice. And now, a half a teaspoon of methi seeds goes in with the urad dal. Washing and soaking. Now cleaning and washing, this step is non-negotiable. Add water to the rice and using both hands wash thoroughly. Look at that. The water is turning milky white. That's the surface starch releasing from the grain. Wash 2 to 3 times until the water runs completely clear. Do the exact same thing with the urad dal, but in a separate bowl. This separate matters because we are going to grind the rice and the urad dal completely separate later. Once washed, add enough water to fully submerge both. Soak for a minimum of 4 hours. Look at this. After 4 hours, the rice and the urad dal have both plumped up completely, rehydrated, soft and ready. This soaking softens the grain structure enough for the smooth, even grinding, and it's essential for proper fermentation later. Skip this and everything after it suffers. Now, grinding. For the absolute best results, a traditional stone grinder is what's suggested. This is exactly what every hotel making this recipe uses.
For the absolute best result, a traditional stone grinder is what's suggested. This is exactly what every hotel making this recipe uses. Today, Amma is grinding both in a mixer.
As a lot of people are not using the grinder, so I'm going to use a mixer jar. First, the soaked urad dal into the jar with a very little water if needed. Now let's grind this to a super fine paste. This matters. The finer this grinds, the softer and airier your final idli will be. Look at this texture. Completely smooth. Now the rice. Add this in a small batches, not all at once. Grind each batch to a fine paste and combine everything into a one large bowl. Look at this rice batter. Now the most important technique in this entire process. No ladle, no spatula. Amma suggests mix the batter using our own bare hands. Here is exactly why this matters.
Your body temperature around 37 degrees gently warms the batter, creating the ideal environment for natural fermentation to begin. And the natural microbes already present on your skin help kickstart that fermentation even further. This isn't superstition. This is science that our grandmothers have relied on for generations, long before anyone could explain the biology behind it.
Wash your hands thoroughly first, then mix with complete confidence. Once thoroughly mixed, close the lid and allow this to ferment for 10 to 12 hours. One important note, if it's cold season or you are living somewhere colder, fermentation takes longer. Add another 2 hours, so 14 to 15 hours in total. Remember this. The more properly fermented this batter is, the fluffier and softer your final idlis become. Do remember that. The next day, open the lid. Look at that. Look at that bubbles throughout this batter. This is exactly what properly fermented batter look like. It's doubled in size. Every one of these bubbles is carbon dioxide released by the natural microbes that work through the batter all night long. This is fermentation doing exactly its job.
Quick pause right here. If this science is making sense to you and you want more of Amma's secrets like this, subscribe to Deepak's Kitchen right now, hit the bell icon. That's it. Let's continue.
Now add salt to taste and once again mix this in using your bare hands. Wash your hands first, then mix thoroughly, making sure the salt is evenly incorporated throughout the entire batter. The idli batter is ready. Prepping the thatte plates.
Thatte means plate in Kannada. Idli steamed on this flat plate is exactly what gives this idli its name and its shape. Look at these plates. Onto each plate, Amma is placing a banana leaf. This is optional, but the banana leaf imparts a beautiful fragrance to the idli while it steams, and Amma personally prefers it. If you'd rather skip this, just apply a light layer of ghee to the plate instead. This creates a greasing layer that helps the idli release cleanly once it's done.
Now add 1 to 1.5 ladle full of this fermented batter onto each plate. Pour this across all 4 plates. Arrange this into your idli stand just like this. The idli steamer is ready. Water already boiling, steam actively rising. Place the thatte idli stand into the steamer, close the lid. Flame all the way to high. 10 to 12 minutes. Now let's talk about why steaming on flat wide plate creates something genuinely different from a regular idli mold. A traditional idli mold is a small, deep and rounded. The batter cooks from the outside inward in a compact, tall shape. A thatte plate is wide, shallow and completely flat. The difference in shape changes how steam moves through the batter. Because the batter is spread thin across much larger surface, the steam penetrates more evenly and more quickly through the entire thickness. This creates a texture that's more open, more uniformly soft and noticeably spongier than a taller, denser idli cooked in a mold.
This is exactly why Thatte Idli has that specific that regular idli doesn't quite replicate. The shape isn't just for looks, it's the entire reason this idli feels the way it does.
After 10 to 12 minutes, open the lid, look at that. The idli is perfectly done. Now, an important instruction, do not remove the idlis immediately. If you try now, it will stick to the plate. Take the plates out and allow them to cool for about 1 minute. Sprinkle a little water on top and gently touch it with your fingers. If nothing sticks to your finger, the idli is perfectly cooked. Watch this. I'm tapping my fingers against the idli surface. Look, nothing sticks. That's your confirmation. Now take a spoon, gently scrape around the edges of the plate and flip the idli out onto a plate. Look at that. Steaming hot, pristine white piping fresh. Remove the banana leaf sticking to the base and look at that color. Pristine white, exactly how it should look. Serve this with coconut chutney, and here Amma is pairing it with a spicy chutney and a masala vada, exactly the way it's served in the Bidadi. This combination, soft Thatte Idli, spicy chutney, crispy masala vada. This is what a dream breakfast looks like for anyone from Bangalore. That's how soft this is. And watch this. Press it gently and it bounces right back immediately. This bounce back, this is the exact signature of a genuinely perfect Bidadi style Thatte Idli. Look at this plate. Soft, spongy, pristine white, exactly the way the highway stop makes it. This is Bidadi Thatte Idli Amma's way. That's Amma's complete Bidadi Thatte Idli. Make this at home and tell me in the comments, did your idlis pass the bounce back test? Comment perfect Thatte Idli if you are come out just like this. Comment need help if something didn't work. I will personally help you with the fix.
If you want Amma's complete masala vada recipe next, comment masala vada below. If enough of you ask for it, that becomes our very next video. Until we meet again in the next video, this is Deepak Kshatriya signing off. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka, Namaskara.